The happy moments from my last adventure started to fade into loss and new memories, clouded by my perception. Something new awoke in me, and the next journey of my life was finally upon me. The taste of white, black, and the smell of alcohol. Our father made a few mistakes too many while we were younger, and got sent back to hell, along with the rest of the demons caught in bad activities. However, my mother wanted me to grow close to both sides of my family. She just didn't believe in hoarding me anymore. Now that point swerves off into two. The first being, it was bad for me. To elaborate, this was from a story, not a memory I held, so I'll keep it brief. My mother coddled me, and was afraid of me falling or being out of her reach, and almost never put me down as a growing baby. My mother's friends had to argue with her to put me down. I mean, I had to learn to walk sooner or later. And I did. Later than most my age, but hey, less practice. The second being diversity. I was the kid who was going to marry mommy growing up, and went with her everywhere. I don't know what changed, but I know she started to say she wanted me to be a man. Bit of an early start to be a man as a boy, but she was compensating for a two-person job as one. Back to my father's side. I had two grandmothers, Mummy, or Tata, which was on my mother's side, and Nana, on my father's side. Nana treated me like I was her world, because, well, I was her grandbaby. Looking like my dad helped a bit, I'm sure. She would watch me play from her porch, and being praised and loved started to build me back up. Oreos were Nana's rewards to me for just about all I had done, and it quickly became a personal favorite. The problem is, danger is always lurking around the corner. In this case, danger was Nana's new husband. I don't know what happened to my father's father, but I did know this man was filled with jealousy. Up until now, I'm sure you've guessed, I've kept a theme of only using the first letter of each person's name until now, if ever mentioned in specific. Thus, to keep the tradition alive, we'll call him Envy. After all, it was all we knew him by. Mean looks, intimidation tactics, assault, and even bribery were all lows he was more than willing to take to separate me from the nourishment that had led to confidence. Nana would catch him more often than not and would stop him. However, to me, nothing was worth it. The presence Envy exuded was enough to stir more than just my gut, but a powerful feeling of discomfort. I wanted to go home. I wanted my iron castle and all of its barred walls. That was better than a roller coaster where the pinnacle of excitement was nothing but discomfort. By plea after plea, I saw Nana less and less. I stopped smelling a man intoxicated by his emotions and inebriated by his choice. I sacrificed my Nana for me. So imagine how I felt when waiting for my mother after school. I saw the fury of an envious demon, overshadowing the pain of a demoness I loved. Envy, Nana, trying to entice me? Using their abilities on kin? Kidnapping. Sins of war appeased by an ill laid out plan. Teachers had never seen them before, and knew better than to let an intimidated child or some shady demons take me. My mother came. The blaring sounds of sirens came. The darkness I was all too familiar with came. But not alone this time. Fear came along with all aforementioned. Fear reigned, and fearful of all we became.